feel like Gemini stands on business because, you know, knowing Gemini, they get themselves in trouble a lot because they talk. You know, when you're a talker, shit comes back to bite you. And even though that happens to Gemini often, they don't back down. They're not like scared of confrontation. They will let you know, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I did that. Like, I don't know what you want from me. This is who I am. Do you not know who I am yet? What's good, you guys? It's your girl Sarah and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready for a Zodiac List reaction? Till this date, those seem to be everyone's favorite videos. And honestly, it's pretty fun to film them because you get to see my reaction. And every time I see a Zodiac List online, whether someone sends it to me or I find it, I am intrigued and I always have a lot of opinion. Some good, some bad. Sometimes all of it doesn't hit for me and I just end up making a whole new list myself. And you get to be here on this journey while we go through it. This week we will be discussing what element your sign would be if it's not your own element. So essentially they went through every single sign and they said, for example, Aries is the most fire sign of the fire signs. Virgo is the most air sign of the earth signs. So it essentially puts you in another category as far as the element go, and I think it's going to be really fun, so let's just get into it. Okay, so first up we have Aries. It says Aries is the most fire sign of the fire signs, and I would have to agree. I would not put Aries in any other category, and I do want to preface this video by saying we're just having fun here. This is just a list. It doesn't mean that you're not the element that you came with. Like, don't get booty tickled, you know what I mean? Like, you are whatever you want to be, okay? Let me just say that from the jump. But we're just going through the list and I'm gonna give my reasoning as to whether I agree with it or I don't. So starting off with Aries being the most fire sign of the fire signs, I would agree. And it makes sense because, you know, they're that initiator anyway. They're kind of leading the pack. And with Aries, I just feel like when you have any sort of like Mars influence on you, you tend to be a fiery type of personality. And Aries is the outward energy of Mars. So they have that aggression, you know what I mean? They just love to be there and let everyone know that they're there and they don't back down easily ever. They don't really care about stepping on people's toes. Like, they're gonna make their opinion be known and they're gonna do it loudly. Like, I do not know an Aries that has an inside voice. Like, to them, what we consider yelling is their inside voice. And I feel like that's never gonna change. And even if you were to tell them, they would probably yell even louder at you for attempting to change them. And that's what makes them the most fire sign of the fire signs. In my opinion, there's just no other category I would put them in. I can't really make a case on why they should be any other element. Aries just screams fire sign energy and I love it. Okay, next we have Taurus and it says Taurus is the most water sign of the earth signs. And yes, 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 yes. I feel like Taurus, you know, being ruled by Venus too, they like to do things leisurely. They're just very like soft and sweet. You know what I mean? Obviously they can get triggered and be the bull. And you don't really want them to get there. And I feel like Taurus doesn't ever really want to be there either. They're usually pushed to get to that state. Like, they have that bull in them, but typically they're trying to be relaxing. They're trying to do the things that they love. They love their routine. And all of that does give me very soft water sign energy. Like, this is why Taurus doesn't really like to rush to do anything. It's not in their nature to be on anyone else's timeline. You know what I mean? They're doing things at their own pace. And that to me also gives very water sign energy in the sense that they want to be in tune with what is happening. You know what I mean? They don't want to push anything. And I feel like water signs in general at their highest vibration, they do what feels right, right? They're in tune with their own emotions and they do what feels right instead of just doing what's expected of them. That's when a lot of water signs start people pleasing, when really they should just be doing what feels right and being in tune with their emotions. And I feel like Taurus has mastered that. They do what feels right all the time. They don't feel the need to do something just because someone told them to do it, or this is the right way to do it, or this way is faster, whatever. They're doing things in their own time when it feels right. And that to me gives water sign energy. What do you guys think? Okay, next we have Gemini, and it says Gemini is the most fire sign of the air signs. Yes, in comparison to Libra and Aquarius, yeah, Gemini is the most fire sign of the air signs. Gemini says it like it is, and they don't really care who's around. They don't care to make it more digestible for anyone, and they can be pretty loud. Like, you know, Gemini is the talker. They're Mercury ruled, and they're not like Virgo where, like, you know, they only need to feel comfortable around you to deep dive into a conversation. Like, Gemini can talk to anyone. They don't really care about like authority or whatever. Like, they have that same energy and same communication skills no matter who's around, and that to me gives very fire sign energy. And I feel like Gemini stands on business because, you know, knowing Gemini, they get themselves in trouble a lot because they talk. You know, when you're a talker, shit comes back to bite you. And even though that happens to Gemini often, they don't back down. They're not like scared of confrontation. They will let you know, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I did that. Like, I don't know what you want from me. This is who I am. Do you not know who I am yet? And that to me gives very fire sign energy. And in general, I just feel like Gemini doesn't hold back. You know what I mean? They go after the things they want. They want to try something, they go and try it. They're excitable in that way. And it's so funny because I actually love Gemini and Aries energy together in synastry, whether it's with friendships or in relationships. I just feel like you're always keeping each other on your toes, and, you know, no idea is a bad idea, and nothing goes too far when it comes to Gemini and Aries. I mean, granted, it can be a destructive, chaotic combination, but I feel like when they come together, magic happens, and really the limit does not exist in such a fun, chaotic way. That is why Gemini is the most fire sign of the air signs, is because, like I said, they don't hold themselves back. They don't hold you back. They're the biggest hype people too. They're excited, well, you know, when good things happen for the people around them. And a lot of times they don't like to sit still. Like, what do we talk about fire sign energy? They got so much fucking energy to go around, right? They're always down. And that to me is also Gemini, in the sense that they're always looking for the next best thing to do. They want to stay stimulated. Okay, next we have Cancer, and Cancer is the most earth sign of the water signs. And that is so accurate. It's so funny because Taurus was the most water sign of the earth signs, and Cancer is the most earth sign of the water signs. And it's funny because to me, Cancer and Taurus energy are like one of the same. They truly enjoy and value similar things in life. They like that traditional lifestyle. They care about their home. Like, and Cancer to me is the most earth sign of the water signs because of the fact that they really value practical things. You know what I mean? Like, they want a home where they feel safe. They want to be around their family. You know what I mean? They like to keep it simple most of the time. Like, they just want those needs met, and that gives me very earth sign energy. Again, this is just for fun. Like, I know Cancers aren't calm like earth signs, you know? But in another world too, if a Cancer is functioning at their highest, you know, their highest vibration, they really do just want to be kicking it with people they love. You know what I mean? Like I said, they love home. And what is, you know, earth signs? Earth signs like to keep things simple, right? They want to make sure that they're responsible, and that responsibility means that they're doing all the things they need to do on a daily basis. And that to me gives Cancer energy too. Like, their home is their most important thing to them, so they're doing all the right things to maintain the security of their home. Another thing I think about when I think of earth signs is like security, stability, right? And what is the thing that Cancer wants the most in this life? Security, stability. Like I said, if a Cancer is being crazy, they're probably not operating at their highest potential. They want to feel safe most of the time. And if they're being chaotic, it means that, you know, something's going on with Cancer, and Cancer needs to release. And honestly, it feels like they don't have really anything to lose. When Cancer has something to lose is when they start being more responsible in life, you know, because they value what they've created, the safety, the home, whatever. It's when they feel like they have nothing left to lose that Cancer goes on a rampage and becomes crazy. In reality, Cancer just wants to kick it like an earth sign. Okay, next we have Leo, and Leo is the most earth sign of the fire signs. That is interesting. That is interesting. Let me think. I mean, I could see it. Because also Leo is fixed, right? Like they like things done a certain way. So I could see why out of all of the fire signs, they would be the most earth sign, because they know what they want. They stick with that. They put their energy and power into that, you know? They don't really like to diversify the things they love, you know? They like to stick with what they love and pour all their energy into it, you know? And what are earth signs? Earth signs, like I said, again, are practical. They know what they want. They don't like to do too much. They like to keep things mostly simple, and because of that, I feel like I could see Leo here. Although simplicity is never the name of the game for Leo placement. Actually, they hate simple. They think it's basic. They want to be extra. So because of that, I don't see them being the most earth sign of the fire signs. Because at the end of the day, Leo is a showman, right? They want to be out there. They're comfortable being out there. They love to look their best, do their best. And I just don't see that aspect of their personality making them the most earth sign of the fire signs, because they want to stand out. And I don't know if a lot of earth signs want to stand out. Most of them just want to do what they need to do and get shit done. And I feel like with Leo, although they're going to do what they want to do and they have the drive to go after the things they want, the way they go about it is not like an earth sign at all. So because of that is where I have a problem with them being the most earth sign of the fire signs. What do you guys think? I do think though that Leo has that like ethereal vibe that earth signs have, you know what I mean? Like that, just that beauty that a lot of earth signs possess. I do see that in Leo as well, maybe because they are like sun ruled. I feel like Leos in general, like their beauty is so striking and it's so divine, and like because of that I could also see them being the most earth sign of the fire signs, because earth sign energy, like I feel like whenever I see an earth sign, I'm like, wow, like you're just so effortlessly beautiful. And I kind of get that sense from Leos as well, is that they are just so in tune with their own beauty and confidence. And I feel like earth signs have that kind of attractiveness too. Like they're in tune with it. They're not being extra. You just look at them and you're like, wow, like you're just like a beautiful individual. I just get that vibe from Leos as well. I feel like they just stand there and you can't help but feel like, oh wow, like you are just so effortlessly cool. I think that is what it is, effortlessly cool. And a lot of earth signs are effortlessly cool, and I see that with Leo as well. But I feel like with Leo, again, you would never say effortless because they care and they're putting the effort in there. But when you look at them, you're just so used to them being, you know, badass, being a boss bitch, being confident, that you forget how much work they put in because they do it so effortlessly. So because of that, I could also see it. Okay, next we have Virgo, and it says Virgo is the most air sign of the earth signs. Yes, 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 yes. What else would they be? Like Mercury ruled, okay? Like we know Gemini is Mercury ruled, we know Virgo is Mercury ruled. And because of that, Virgo loves to talk. I've said it before on this channel, I'll say it again. You know, even though Virgo is private, even though Virgo, you know what I mean, is mysterious. It reminds me of Rob from Love Island. I don't want him to be you guys' like spokesman for Virgo energy, but I will say some of these Virgo men be acting like that. But we're not gonna get into that. I feel like Virgos, when they're comfortable with you, all they wanna do is talk. You know what I mean? It's when they don't really know you that they're sussing you out, trying to figure out if you're gonna judge them, if they can really be themselves around you, because they, like Scorpio, are very private people and they don't wanna open up to people just for the sake of doing it and to like bond with you. Like they want to make sure that this is going to be a relationship of substance and quality. Otherwise they don't feel the need to waste their time with you. So that's why I feel like Virgo is the most air sign of the earth signs, because they do love to chat. You know, get a Virgo talking about something that they enjoy or a problem, they will tell you every aspect of that issue. They will tell you every single angle that they've analyzed it with. They will probably actually figure out the solution to that problem during the discussion that you're having with them. And by discussion, I mean that they're just talking at you and you're just there nodding, because their little brain is working overtime to figure out a solution while talking to you about the problem. And that is what makes them the most air sign of the earth signs. Air signs in general, as you know, use their brain. They're always up in here. And Virgo, although they are an earth sign, so they're very grounded, their head and their mind gets the best of them often. Like a lot of Virgos I know deal with a lot of anxiety, you know, the need to be perfect. That's because they live in their head. They're analyzing, understanding, trying to figure things out. And because of that, I also see them being the air sign that this list says they are. Okay, next we have Libra, and it says Libra is the most earth sign of the air signs, and this is one that I disagree with and I am changing. I'll try to understand where they're coming from. Maybe they picked Libra to be the most earth sign of the air signs because they care about how they're presenting themselves. Like earth signs in general, they're very like responsible, and I could see because of that reason Libra being the earth sign of the air signs, because Libra in general always wants to do the right thing. They want people to respect them, right? They want people to see their value, which is why they're really good at any social event or social setting, because they are making the best impression at all times. And maybe because of that, people are thinking that they're the most earth sign of the air signs because, like I said, they care about the way that they come off. So maybe because of that reason. But yeah, let's get into what I actually think they are. Libra to me is the most water sign of the air signs. I'm sorry, we talk about how sensitive Cancers are, Pisces are, Scorpios are. Libra is so sensitive. Libra cares so much about how they're being perceived. They will honestly rip themselves to shreds if they feel like they did something wrong. They live in their head, and they're honestly a lot of the times really just tearing themselves apart in their head. And that to me gives water sign energy, in the sense that you're so sensitive to the outside world. And a lot of times, I think a lot of Libras do come off very confident because they're so good at being in the spotlight, and they're so good at talking to anyone, being pretty, being handsome, blah, 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 blah. But with everything that they're doing to come off that way, in their head, they're analyzing every little thing that they're doing wrong, you know? And that to me is water sign energy. Water signs, we're constantly thinking about the way we made other people feel. And Libra, being ruled by the 7th house, the house of partnerships, they're constantly thinking about how they made other people feel. They're constantly analyzing what someone said to them and what they really meant by that. And they live in their heads, you know what I mean? Trying to understand that. But a lot of the times they're too busy socializing to really dissect, you know, the root of the problem and why they feel the way they feel, which is why they're an air sign, because they're just living in their head instead of feeling what they need to feel. But that definitely makes them so sensitive, especially in relationships and love. Like Libra is so sensitive. They love love. And because of that, I could see a lot of, you know, water sign energy tied to Libra energy. Okay, next we have Scorpio, and it says Scorpio is the most fire sign of the water signs. Yep. I actually saw a meme. It's so accurate. Okay, it's so accurate. Like, sure, we are a water sign, and we are a water sign ultimately. Again, I know everyone's elements, but it's so funny because, again, being Mars ruled, it hits different, you know? Just like I said with Aries being the most fire sign of the fire signs because of their Mars influence, I feel the same way for Scorpio. Scorpio is so sensitive. I am a Scorpio. I'm so sensitive, but you think I'm just gonna let people know that? No. Like, I am going to do everything I can to protect myself so I don't let anyone ever think that they can get close enough to hurt me. In general, Scorpios don't want people to think that they can mess with them. You know what I mean? That's why they come off so strong. That's why they let people know if they fuck with them or not. Like, they don't hide that shit because they don't feel the need to, you know? And also, when you're ruled by Pluto, you may have a lot of repressed or untamed rage, you know, a lot of things that are living under the surface. At any point, someone may say something that makes you completely annihilate them. That to me also gives fire sign energy. Scorpio is bold. Scorpio knows what they love. There's a fine line between love and hate for Scorpio placements. And they just don't see that middle ground. That to me gives fire sign energy, in the sense that this is what I want, this is what I saw, this is what I think, this is what I feel. I'm not gonna, you know, water it down for you so it's easier for you to digest. And again, I feel like a lot of fire signs, for the most part, get along with Scorpio placements because we say it like it is, and we don't feel the need to coddle you. You know, we want to tell you the whole truth, and then you get to decide what you want to do with that. And we appreciate people and respect people who are direct, who are bold. Fire sign energy, you know? So because of that, I think this one is very accurate. And a lot of times people get, you know, their feelings hurt by Scorpios. You know, Scorpio can sometimes say the truth in a way that, like I said, hurts people's feelings. And we don't feel like there's anything wrong with that because I told you the truth. But that can also be related back to fire sign energy, in the sense that fire signs, they don't feel they need to filter anything out. This is what happened, so I'm gonna give it to you straight, you know? So I could see that as well. Okay, next we have Sagittarius, and it says Sagittarius is the most air sign of the fire signs. I had to think about this one, but I've come to the conclusion that yes, that is accurate, because Sagittarius is ruled by the 9th house, right? The 9th house has to do with like higher education, learning things, and that to me gives air sign energy. Air signs are all about, you know, the mind, the power of the mind, knowledge. And I feel like a lot of Sagittarius placements, like I have always said on the channel, I love talking to Sagittarius placements. Like if I'm at a party, let's say, or if I'm out in a setting, whatever, like Sagittarius energy is my favorite energy to all of a sudden be having this deep conversation about some random thing, you know, behind everyone, you know, at the party, like sitting down away from the crowd. You just never know where the conversation's gonna go. And Sagittarius is so open-minded, and because of that I also feel like it's accurate, them being the most air sign of the fire signs. Like they like to understand new ideas, they like to learn new things, and I feel like out of all the elements, air signs are the ones that are willing to learn new things, they're open-minded, they're just okay with trying anything new. And that is Sagittarius placements to me. They're not judgmental when it comes to you trying to do things untraditionally. And again, that goes back to air sign energy. Air signs in general, they don't really care what you're doing as long as you're happy doing it. Truly, truly. They're minding their business, and that is very much Sagittarius. As long as Sag is happy with their life, they don't care what you are doing to live yours, and they're not comparing, you know, their life to yours. That to me gives air sign energy as well. Sagittarius just wants to live their life, and if you want to do things traditionally, do it. They don't care what you're doing. What they have a problem with is you telling them that they need to change their lifestyle, because that's just never gonna happen. Again, they go with the flow, mutable fire. They don't like rules, you know, they just want to blend in and out of situations easily. Again, air sign energy. So I definitely see that. Okay, next we have Capricorn, and it says Capricorn is the most fire sign of the earth signs. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Listen, Capricorn is a go-getter. Nothing's gonna stop Capricorn from getting what they want. And that makes them very fire signy. Have you ever tried telling a Capricorn no? They will look at you like you're crazy. They're gonna be like, I didn't even realize I was asking permission. I was just letting you know what I was doing. And sure, you're telling me that maybe that can't happen. You haven't ever done things with me. Because when I do shit, I make shit happen. I know the right people, I know the right places, and that is fire sign energy. Fire signs are unstoppable. When the fire starts, it's kind of hard to put it to rest, and that is Capricorn. Capricorn has that edge and ability to go after the things that they want, and they don't see anything as unachievable, and they have enough energy for everyone in the room to follow through. You know what I mean? And that also gives me fire sign energy. That mouth gives fire sign energy. You know what I mean? A Capricorn read is scary. I think a lot of people are intimidated by Capricorn energy, because although they talk the talk, they walk the walk too. And that makes Capricorn very direct. That is the essence of Capricorn, you know? They don't feel the need to lie to anyone, which is why they usually stay in their own lane and they do their own thing, because they know they're an acquired taste. You know, not everyone has the willpower or the self-esteem to be around Capricorn energy, because Capricorn energy is very, very, very realistic. They're very direct, and they say it like it is, and they want to see you win. You know what I mean? They see the weakness in people rather easily. You know, even while they're not at work, they see your weaknesses and they genuinely want to help you get better. And that gives me fire sign energy, because fire signs have enough energy to go around, and they have the energy to push their friends, to push their lovers, to make them do the things that they want to do. And that is also Capricorn energy. They motivate you. That motivation aspect relates back to fire sign energy to me as well. Okay, next we have Aquarius, and it says Aquarius is the most air sign of the air signs. And sure, who am I to say that your own element is not your most element, whatever. But Aquarius, if we were playing the game, I would say they are the most earth sign of the air signs. You know how they tried to say that Libra was the most earth sign of the air signs? I think it's Aquarius. And let me tell you why. I feel like when Aquarius has made up their mind, there is no changing it. You know, this is fixed air. And what do we know about earth signs is that they know what they like and that's what they do, and they don't feel the need to change their mind. And Aquarius gives me that energy, right? Aquariuses can be very, very, very stubborn, especially when it comes to their ideas and their beliefs, which is wild also because they're very open-minded and forward-thinking individuals, and they surprise you often. That Uranus aspect makes them very, you know, open to understanding new things, right? But also because of their fixed nature, they can get stuck on ideas and they don't really see anything outside of the box that they're looking at. And that to me gives very earth sign energy in the sense that they know the facts and that's what they're going with. And Aquarius, I feel like I know Aquarius placements, they be doing research. You know what I mean? Like once they learn something, they will let you know that actually what you told me the other day was wrong. I did some research and this is actually the correct answer. And that to me gives earth sign energy, you know, a little snooty, but we love you anyway. Also, like earth signs, Aquariuses are very picky when it comes to the company that they're around, even though they are very, you know, social creatures, again, because they are air signs and the 11th house is all about your community, right? But you can usually tell when an Aquarius doesn't like you or when they're not happy in a social setting because they have that stone cold face, and that gives very earth sign energy in the sense that they don't feel the need to fake it. You know what I mean? They're not just always smiley like Gemini because, you know, their moods change often and they're happy again, or like Libra where they feel like they need to make everyone happy so they're going to pretend that they're happy. Aquarius in general, you will know from their face if they're having a good time, if they're happy, and because of that, that gives me very earth sign energy as well. You're not going to make Aquarius feel any sort of way than what they've decided they feel. Okay, finally we have Pisces, and it says Pisces is the most air sign of the water signs, and yes, sweet Pisces, you know, when you are a daydreamer, when you are always fantasizing about something in your head, that gives air sign energy. You know what I mean? They're always living in their head and they're always thinking about what could happen, what I want. They're always, you know, using that imagination to create their reality through their mind. Air sign. And also I consider them to be the chattiest of the water signs. They love talking to anybody. They really connect with people from all areas of life. That to me makes them the most social water sign. I think it also has to do with the fact that Pisces is ruled by the 12th house. It's the last sign in the zodiac, so they have a little bit of every single sign before them, and because of that they can easily connect with people, and they're the least judgmental, I would say, out of all the water signs. Maybe the least judgmental, actually, no, let me bring it back. The least judgmental sign of all. And because of that, it's really easy to talk to Pisces about anything. Because they have a very active imagination, they usually don't remember everything you tell them anyway. So if you feel like you shared too much with Pisces, or maybe you said a little secret, I promise you they probably forgot about it. You know what I mean? That to me gives very air sign energy as well. Also, another thing is I feel like Pisces energy, Pisces people make some of the best like poets, and like they're so romantic, right? And because of that, I could see them being an air sign because they're really good with their words. I feel like give a Pisces a pen and paper, or even when they're texting you, sending one of those long texts, they're like pouring their heart into it. They're telling you everything. They're putting it all out on the table. And because of that, I also see them being an air sign because they love to communicate their feelings. They really do, and they have a lot of them, and they don't feel the need to hold it back. They just need to feel comfortable and safe with you in order to do so. And because of that, I feel like I get air sign energy as well. All right, you guys, that was the entire list. This was so fun. Some of them really were accurate. And again, obviously, you know your element. This was just for fun. Let me know below which one of these you found to be the most accurate. Did you not agree with any of them? If you are a certain sign, do you think it's accurate for yours, or do you think that you should be in another element? Let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to like the video. I love you guys so much. Gonna post the socials over here. Give me a follow if you want to kick it and connect on other social media platforms, and I will see you guys in the podcast. Bye.